Hello and welcome to another series of Mind Map. Today's topic of discussion is air pollution. Now let's see what all we will be discussing. First, what is air pollution? Then about major air pollutants, smog formation, effects of air pollution, measures to control pollution, NAAQS, National Air Quality Index. Now let's begin with what is air pollution. Air pollution is contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. WHO, that is World Health Organization data shows that almost all of the global population, 99%, breathe air that exceeds WHO guidelines limits. It contains high levels of pollutants, with low and middle income countries suffering from the highest exposures. Air quality is closely linked to the Earth's climate and ecosystem globally. Policies to reduce air pollution, therefore, offer a win-win strategy for both climate and health. Pollution control will lower the burden of disease due to air pollution as well as contribute to the mitigation of climate change. Now let's see what are major air pollutants. Carbon monoxide. It is a colorless, odorless gas that is produced by the incomplete burning of carbon-based fuels including petrol, diesel and wood. Chlorofluorocarbons, that is CFC. These are gases that are released mainly from air conditioning systems and refrigeration. They rise to the stratosphere and causes ozone depletion. Lead. It is present in petrol, diesel, lead batteries, paints, hair dye products, etc. The lead effects most likely to be encountered in current population are neurological effects in children. Ozone. Tropospheric or ground level ozone is created by chemical reactions between oxides of nitrogen and volatile organic compounds. Too much of this ground level ozone is bad as it is harmful to breathe and also damages vegetation. Suspended particulate matters. These are compounds of chemicals such as sulfates, nitrates, carbon or mineral dusts. The finer of these particles, when breathed, it can lodge in our lungs and cause lung damage and respiratory problems. Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is a colorless reactive air pollutant with a strong odor. This gas can be a threat to human health, animal health and plant life. The main sources of sulfur dioxide emissions are from fossil fuel combustion and natural volcanic activity. Now let's talk about smog formation. The term smog was first used in 1905 by Dr. H. A. des Voeux. Smog can be coined from a combination of the words smoke and fog. It is a condition of fog that had soot or smoke in it. Smog is produced by a set of complex photochemical reactions. It involves volatile organic compounds, nitrogen oxides and sunlight which form ground level ozone. Smog forming pollutants come from many sources such as automobile exhaust, power plants, factories, paint, hairspray, chemical solvents, etc. In typical urban areas, at least half of the smog precursors come from cars, buses, trucks and boats. Major smog occurrences often are linked to heavy motor vehicle traffic, high temperatures, sunshine and calm winds. It has a detrimental effect on human health, damages property and harms overall ecological systems. Now let's talk about effects of air pollution. The effects of air pollution vary depending on the type of pollutant and the length and level of exposure. Pollutants of major public health concern include particulate matter, carbon monoxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Outdoor and indoor air pollution cause respiratory and other diseases and are important sources of morbidity and mortality. Particulate matters causes lung irritation, reduces development of RBC and pulmonary malfunctioning. People with asthma are at greatest risk of harm from breathing air containing ozone. In large amounts, lead can damage children's brains and kidneys, and even minimal exposure can affect children's IQ and ability to learn. Ambient air pollution is causing fine particulate matter which result in strokes, heart diseases, lung cancer, acute and chronic respiratory diseases. The combined effects of ambient air pollution and household air pollution is associated with 7 million premature deaths annually. Now let's talk about measures to control pollution. There are several ways of removing particulate matter, the most widely used of which is the electrostatic precipitator. It can remove over 99% particulate matter present in the exhaust from a thermal power plant. The gaseous pollutants can be controlled through the techniques of combustion, absorption, and absorption. Automobile exhaust pollution can be controlled by using efficient engines and good quality automobile fuels. In India, the Central Pollution Control Board has been executing a nationwide program of ambient air quality monitoring. It is known as National Air Quality Monitoring Program. Now let's talk about NAAQS. National Ambient Air Quality Standards were notified in the year 1982, duly revised in 1994 based on health criteria and land uses. The NAAQS have been revisited and revised in November 2009 for 12 pollutants, which include sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, particulate matter having size less than 10 micron or PM10, particulate matter having size less than 2.5 micron or PM2.5, ozone, lead, carbon monoxide, ammonia, benzene, benzopyrene, particulate phase only, arsenic or nickel. Now let's talk about National Air Quality Index. Air Quality Index is a tool for effective communication of air quality status to people in terms which are easy to understand. It transforms complex air quality data of various pollutants into a single number, nomenclature, and color. There are 6 AQI categories, namely good, satisfactory, moderately polluted, poor, very poor, and severe. Each of these categories is decided based on ambient concentration values of air pollutants and their likely health impacts. AQ sub-index and health breakpoints are evolved for 8 pollutants: PM10, PM2.5, NO2, SO2, CO, O3, NH3, and PB. For these short-term up to 24 hours, national ambient air quality standards are prescribed. Now it's time for the prelims question. In the cities of our country, which among the following atmospheric gases are normally considered in calculating the value of air quality index? Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, or methane? Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1, 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 4 and 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Send us the answer in the comment section. And now it's time for the mains question. What are the reasons for rising air pollution in Delhi? Enumerate the measures taken by government in this direction and their efficacy. You have to write the answer in the 250 words. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned with us.